Everyone, college basketball algorithm recap of Tuesday as we're here on Wednesday, the 8th. I won't be going over the games for Wednesday because I haven't prepared it yet. That version is going out to those that have subscribed and purchased a copy of the college basketball algorithm, giving you guys value. Haven't sold any yet today, so there's no video of today's picks. I do it when I sell them. So if you want a copy, it's $100. You won't regret it. And explaining what happened yesterday will show you why you won't regret buying this file. So we'll take a look at what happened yesterday, and I'm just really happy with what the algorithm did. So what you're looking at is you see a day that says 10-4 here, except if you watch the video that I did yesterday, you'll see a couple things that I mentioned really played out and occurred, meaning there's a home bump up here. And teams play better at home. And I've said the home bump is somewhere between 0 and 20%. Usually I'll do something like 5 or 10%. Look at what happens when you put a 5% bump in here. Put the bump in there and you refresh. And what's going to happen is these teams that were away, they're going to get bumped up by a margin of 5%, which is going to put them on the other side of this. And the reason why I'm doing this video today is I'm going to discuss what you can see in this pivot table and how these filters work, because I've had a few questions from people that are updating their own versions and they're having trouble seeing the games. And it's because I think you have to have a fundamental understanding of what you're looking at and which filters are on. But after we just changed that 5% margin, all of a sudden, this now favored LaSalle and San Jose State, both teams that had better strength of schedules last year and both teams that were home. Both those teams won. And then all of a sudden you have a 12-2 day that's 9-5 on the spread. And what lost on this excellent day? I mean, incredible upset with Presbyterian over Vanderbilt. Nobody had that one. Presbyterian, you'll see what kind of huge underdog they were in a second when I open up everything. But I mean, nobody had that one. That's crazy. But this one down here, DePaul losing to Purdue Fort Wayne, there were missing at least one guy. Whatever the injury report says here for DePaul, let's take a look at who that player was. So they had a game time decision guy, Jalen Terry. Don't know if he played or not. Not really sure if that was all that relevant. However, might be a little bit of reason, but also notice that the odds makers had this game as minus 690, 10.5 point favorite for DePaul. We had this game much lower on here, even with the 5% home bump. Notice we had teams like North Texas above them, Massachusetts over Albany, an injured Albany as well above them, Michigan over UNC Asheville above them, and Baylor above them. So this is where the algorithm just absolutely annihilated the odds makers, because we properly ordered this. So it told you, DePaul wasn't a great pick anyway, because the line was terrible and they were way down at the bottom of this list. So it's just one of those things where it's the industry standard. This is better than anything. That's why I did it. So I just, I sell it. Like, I'm not going to show you today's picks, because if you want them, you're going to make money listening to this advice, and why not pay me for it, right? I just can't keep giving away everything for free all the time. I know a lot of you purchased copies of this a year ago and you're asking me questions this year, and I keep answering them, but deep down inside, I resent it, because like, if you got an oil change for your car a year ago, do you go take that car back to the same place and say, hey, do an oil change for me again? You did one for me last year. I know that there are some structural things like the cost of oil that make it a little bit different, but there's a cost of time. And my inbox is filled with people that have purchased products from me years ago asking for help. And I just give it to you because I want to move on and I want to help you. But deep down inside, I start to get really pissed off. And that's why I stopped doing videos, because I'm like, well, if I keep doing videos, I'm just going to have people calling me, asking me to do work and not paying me. So I may as well not do videos. Right. So if you appreciate what I've done, like, buy the product for this year. I'm setting up a macro this year that you haven't seen yet. And I'm not even doing a video about it because I don't want to give away the intelligence. If you want a copy of it, you can pay for it. It's not that expensive, and it's going to make you more money than you would be able to do on your own, because this is the best model that was ever created. That's why the odds makers buy it from me. It's the standard. So there you go. I mean, I'm a little ticked off because I've only sold 4 of these so far. And when we just absolutely crush it, I'm like, clearly I'm not doing a good enough job selling it. So a couple other things I wanted to talk about. Filters. All right. If you want to see all the different filters that are on in this pivot table, you go up to a couple different places. You can right click inside of this pivot table, actually is the easiest way, and go to show field list. This thing pops over on the right here. This is a master lookup of everything that's going on in this pivot table. So all the different columns that are coming out of the cube all are shown here. And there's a little funnel right here next to any one of the categories that has a filter on. So you need to kind of see, well, what is the filter and what is it doing? This display game date filter is on. That's the one that's up here. That's the date, right? So you click on whatever day and you get to see whatever the day was, right? That's one of them that's on. There's another one that's on. And that is this filter here, which is for opponent. That is shown right here. There's this filter on. What's going on here is it's called the value filters greater than. I have this set to show only games that have a margin that's greater than 0%. What that's doing is that is allowing you to see only the team of reference that the algorithm is favoring to win with all the parameters that we've set up in here, meaning a 5% bump and whether or not the margin is greater than 0. Well, watch what happens when we clear this filter out completely. All of a sudden, all of the games show up. And it's confusing because it says, oh, we're 14 and 14. Wait a minute, we're not 14 and 14. That's every single game. That's because all of the games are mirrored in the cube. You're able to look at every single team as if they were the team of reference, not just the team that the algorithm is favoring, right? Like the algorithm did not favor Presbyterian over Vanderbilt. It thought Presbyterian was going to lose to Vanderbilt. Thought they were going to lose 61 to 74. They ended up winning 68 to 62 somehow. And they were plus 1,400, another 14 to 1 shot wins. There was one yesterday, on Monday, James Madison beat Michigan State. Here you have Presbyterian beating Vanderbilt. Yeah, the algorithm didn't pick that one off. Nobody did. But this is the way that you look at all of them. So people that are being confused at what you're looking at, I put this filter on so that we can see only the teams that it's favoring. Value filters greater than margin, percent margin is greater than 0. That's how you get this thing to look cleaner, to just show the teams that it's favoring. So I hope that helps. And yeah, I'm updating for today, and it's for people who paid. So if you want to be on that list and you want to get the intelligence, you can go pay for it. All right. Good luck, everyone. May all your picks be winning. And hopefully we have a good day on Wednesday, the same way we had a good day yesterday. Oh, the other reason all this stuff is winning, because I'm not betting on it. That's why. Like when I don't bet, everything just goes according to plan. As soon as I start betting, stuff's going to start losing. So you should pay me not to bet. That's what we should start doing next. All right. Good luck.